Okay, 3 years ago, around 2019 or so, we thought we had eradicated all the Emex spinosus, the devil's thorn, on the southwest corner of the preserve. I want to make a little video to show you what it looks like because it has returned with a vengeance. I will not be able to videotape all of it because there's literally hundreds and hundreds of plants. Okay, this is the Emex spinosus. The flowers actually originate here at the bases of the leaves, and they almost immediately form fruit, and that fruit's heavily armed. I think you could see it. It's spiny. That's where the name spinosus comes from. You can see it against my finger. And these things catch. It's different than just a burr. It actually will pierce the skin and cause blood. I could poke it right now, and you could see that I didn't get a blood sample this time, but I get it almost every time I start to grab that without gloves. Here's one at the extreme southwest corner where we thought we had dug it out. It is in iNaturalist posting, which shows why iNaturalist is essential these days. And here's another one along the road, Grand Avenue boundary of the preserve. There's more of it. You can see the red stems and you can see the leaves. This is in the buckwheat family, which it's called Emex, but it is almost identical to Rumex, which is, there's dozens of species of Rumex, and they're even in the preserve. All of them are also invasive, but they don't cause injury like this plant. Here's more of it, and I'm going to take people up the trail. There's some more of it right below the sign. And what's happened is it's hooked onto animals' feet and people's shoes and body parts and bicycle tires, because mountain bikes are all over the place and they ascend the hill going for the summit. Here it is right by this post right here that looks like a motion sensor camera. I'm about 40 or 50 feet in the preserve. More. I'm right at the trail's edge. I don't see it on the southeast side of this trail. I don't see it right here. I'm about 70 feet in. By the way, these are all weeds. Black mustard, sow thistle, star thistle, stork's bill, black mustard in bloom. The seed will go into the seed bank. And it looks like that's the extent so far. I'm looking back at the corner. What we saw was about 60 or 70 feet into the preserve. The seeds of the devil's thorn had been dragged up. Those will continue to go higher without complete removal. And complete removal means following it annually to make sure no specimens have come up, if we don't want this noxious, injurious weed to be occurring here. Mustards, beautiful San Diego sunflower, star thistle, invasive, mustard, invasive, star thistle everywhere, of course. Weeds that you don't see if you haven't if you're not familiar with them. And you can't be offended by what you don't know, but it's good to know them and keep them on your radar. More invasives. Of course, where are the invasives? Always where the trails are, almost always, and where there's been ground disturbance, either trampling, off-road vehicular activity, or fire. So, fortunately, as the higher you get up, the better it gets. Here's a nice native that's coming in between the mustard, small-seeded euphorbia here. Euphorbia native, the little white islets. There's two species of this euphorbia. One is on the coast, one's on the desert.